Hi folks, welcome back to the Shoogly shed. I'm Ewan. Today's episode again is on the GS500 build. I have got the wheels back from powder coating, as you saw with the frame in the last episode. They've been done a sort of satin black, they look brilliant. I also have some tyres to show you that have just arrived the other day. They're pretty beefy. Essentially today I want to refit the bearings and things into the wheels, and I'm going to take them to a tyre shop to get the tyres fitted. Yes, I know, I could fit tyres myself. I have fitted tyres myself, I know how to do it. However, it'll need balancing, the wheels will need balancing, and it just feels like I can throw a little bit of money at someone to fit the tyres nicely without damaging my powder coat, and to balance the wheels and things, and I won't have any issues and I don't have to do it myself. So, you know, I'm happy to just pay my money and get it done properly. So I've got the wheel spacers from the front and back wheels. They go in between the bearings, these pyramid parts bearings for the rear and for the front. Brand new shiny bearings, and then the wheels are in plastic bags here. Let's get them out and have a look. Check these out. Lovely wheel. Beautiful finish on the powder coat. Absolutely immaculate. My greasy handprints. But so first things first is to press one bearing into this side, then put the spacer in and press the other bearing into the other side. I say press, I'm going to drift them in. So let's get that on. Alright, that's one bearing in, nice and neatly. Flip it over, spacer in, other bearing. Alright, that's the second bearing in. Looking nice. So the spacer's in between the two. Don't forget to put the spacer in. I've done that before, and all you have to do is drift out your brand new bearings, and it's not really what you want to be doing. Okay, same procedure with the rear. Again, loads of grease in there. Your wheel bearings will thank you. Alright, so the tyres I got. Look to see these. Boom! Continental TKC 80s. Scrambler style tyres, so no real getting away from or hiding what kind of style I'm going for with this bike anymore. We're going for that kind of scrambler look. It's very trendy just now, and I hate to be that guy, but they're pretty cool tyres. They are so knobbly. But apparently they have good road performance as well as off-road, so that's cool. And just to be frank, it's the look you're going for, isn't it? Come on, they look badass. So Continental TKC 80s. I did debate over what tyres to buy for this bike, and there was a lot of thinking, but these are what I went for in the end, and I can't wait to see them on the rims and on the bike. I think it's going to look really beefy, really cool. There's a 140 80 17 on the back and a 120 70 17 on the front, if anyone's interested. So we've got a little bit of a lower profile front one and a big chunky rear. So really psyched to see what that looks like. Hopefully it balances the bike quite nicely, we'll see. Another thing to point out is these tyres are so thick and so heavy duty. Another reason why I'm going to take them to a shop to get them fitted, because I really don't think I'll get on very well with these with my hand tyre levers. And also freshly powder coated rims, I think I'd burst into tears if I totally dinged them to pieces trying to get the tyres on. So I'm going to make it someone else's problem, which I think is the wise decision. So while we wait for the tyres to get fitted in the tyre shop, I was going to show you my battery box and electrics tray that I've been working on. I didn't actually film me making it. The reason being, I thought it wouldn't turn out very well and I wanted to hide it from you. A little bit of embarrassment. It's not the kind of thing I'm good at, is like sort of neat fabrication like that. I find it quite tricky and frustratingly difficult. But sod's law, this actually turned out quite nicely. So I'm just going to show you it now. I can throw up some photographs of how I made it. I measured it up, designed it, marked it out onto the steel, cut it out with an angle grinder, folded all the sides, and then just used a welder to tack all the corners to keep it all together. Gave it a spray black. I've also cut holes in it for the wiring to go in and out. And here it is in all its glory. So I've got a little bit of edging trim on it as well, just to keep it nice and neat. But essentially, battery goes in here, got the starter motor to mount here, got a couple of holes for electrics to go in and out of. The way it's mounted, I have tacked in some stubs of bolts so that it can drop in and basically be screwed into the original mountings under here. And this is where the battery box originally mounted, so that's quite nice. And then I've also tacked on some nuts to the outside of it to put some bolts onto here. So it's nice and firmly in place, 4 bolts keeping it together, and it's pretty solid. And my battery fits in it nice and snug, comes up to just below the lip, so I can make a seat pan that sits pretty much flush across this. Yeah, I'm really excited to see how it all comes together now. These also arrived in the post. What the hell are these wrapped with? Kevlar? Oh. Alright, we've got basically cheap knockoff Renthals. They are more or less the exact same bar. I would hazard a guess that they're made in the same factory, but they are not the same price. They're nice and wide, there's a little rise on them. I think that'll give it a really nice stance. I've got similar bars on my current GS, slightly narrower, so hopefully these will just be that little bit more wider, a bit more aggressive stance. Really excited to see these on the bike as well. Excuse the noise, my wife is sanding the shit out of a bathroom cabinet. Anyway, remember talked last time about kind of lacking space a little bit for building this bike in the shed? Well, I have talked very kindly to my dear father, and I am hopefully going to manage to get a wee space in this garage to assemble the GS500, which is a total lifesaver. Otherwise I'd be doing it on the patio, and it's January in Scotland, so that would just be pretty horrible. As you can see just now, I've got the XS250 and my other GS in this garage, so I'm going to have to move things about a little bit. We're in the middle of a house move as well, so we've got like some stuff from the house lying about, so it's really not ideal, but I did spend the other day making some pretty sweet storage shelves over there for my dad. So hopefully these bits of furniture can get moved out of the way and stuff can go up into shelves, and then I can make myself a little bit of working space to get this bike assembled. That's pretty much the plan anyway. I've got a little bit of time while the wheels go away to get the tyres on, so that's alright. I've got a little bit of time to organise this garage a wee bit and get a bit of space to work in, so I'm not cramped up in the shed for too much longer. At least if I can get a rolling chassis in here, that would make my life so much easier. Anyway, that's all from me today from the bigger but equally Shoogly garage. As you can see, I'm starting to get parts together to make this bike into some kind of rolling chassis and start to get an idea of what it's going to look like, which I'm really excited about and hope you are too. Anyway, as usual, give me a like, leave me a comment, and please subscribe to the Shoogly Shed channel. It's really important and I'd really appreciate it. And I shall see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.